Very good morning, students. Welcome back to second year physics. See, in the previous class, say about a de Broglie wavelength and Marsden J.J. Giger. So that the experiments are finished. Now let us will move to the new chapter. That is about a atom. Of course, we know about a atom. The atom is nothing but it is a related to little chemistry. That's what we can say, chemistry related atomic structure. See, there are some experiments conducted on the basis of atom. See, as we know, atom is the most of the atom is empty. So the central part only located as the nucleus. So remaining is almost empty. This is actually explained by a Rutherford gold foil experiment. So before the experiment, I want to tell you, see, related to this atom, I want to say like about first atom model was explained by proposed. We can say it is a proposed first atom model proposed by a J.J. Thomson. That atom model was called we can call plum pudding model. You know, watermelon. See, this related to what it is, we can say he assumed that the positive charges might be distributed continuously throughout the atom, that are like in a watermelon like a seeds. See, according to the J.J. Thomson, see, he proposed one atom model in the year of 1898. J.J. Thomson proposed one atom model in the year of 1898. Say that model was actually this positive charges are continually distributed in an atom. Like in the watermelon, like seeds are located at a different places, no? So like the seeds only, the positive charges are distributed throughout the watermelon, like throughout the atom. This was his proposed. And there is no clarity, and there is no about a nucleus also. He is unable to explain the nucleus and the size of the nucleus, size of the atom also. This model was called a plum pudding model. Plum pudding model. And come to the point is Rutherford. Actually, Rutherford is explained and he conducted also same experiment related to the same atom model. So this we can call alpha scattering experiment. We can call alpha scattering experiment. Right? It is alpha. We can say He24. This is an experiment conducted by the Rutherford. That is, we can say gold foil experiment. See, when alpha particles are emitted from, like you say, beryllium nucleus, right? You say, I mean to say bismuth. One radioactivity, you take one radioactivity, that is the alpha particles are emitted from a radioactivity substance, bismuth 83-214. See, from that 83-214, alpha particles are eliminated or emitted. That alpha particle propagated through the lead plate with a small slit, lead plates with a small slit. Therefore, that alpha particles are, it is to be like a monochromatic, and which propagated through the gold foil. See, the gold foil thickness is 2.1 into 10 power minus 7 meter. So that alpha particles are propagated through the thin gold foil, and therefore that alpha particles scattered at a different angles, and this is viewed through the microscope. That is, we can say alpha scattering experiment. I will tell you, I will give you the diagram. So this bismuth 83-214, it is actually we can say one radioactivity element, radioactivity substance. See, from this radioactivity substance, there is an alpha particles are emitted, it is He24 alpha it is. So let us, Rutherford actually he explained on the basis of this model. He used one gold foil, and here you take one cavity, that is one lead cavity you take. So in this bismuth 83 and 214 it is placed like this. So from this actually alpha particles are emitted like this, which are in all directions. So to get a one narrow beam, that purpose use a one lead slit like this. It is, we can say, lead slit, and these are the alpha particles which are coming from radioactivity element. so which are in all directions. So to get a narrow beam, therefore which propagated through the thin gold foil, it is a one thin gold foil, you take thin it is, right, thin gold foil it is. So thickness is in the order of 2.1 into 10 power minus 7 meter, very small thickness. And when it is propagated through this, therefore this alpha particles are scattered with different angles, so that this can be detected by using a moving detector, that is moving detector or nothing but we can call it is about a moving alpha detector, or we can say microscope, so that we can detect. See, and here in this detector also there is a fluorescent screen is to be there in the microscope, because to identify the alpha particle, when alpha particle incident on the fluorescent screen, therefore that gives a scintillation. To observe the alpha particle inside the microscope, yes, here there is a microscope, it is to be like this, it is a moving microscope to get a alpha particle at a different angles, because it is scattered through the gold foil, therefore it is to be scattered with a different angles. So this is experiment is conducted by the Rutherford, and finally concluded that, so there is a conclusion will be most of the alpha particles scattered through the propagated through the atom. See, this is the very important, most of the alpha particles were found to passes through the gold foil. See, all alpha particles are propagated through the gold foil, most of the alpha particle, because the most of the atom is it is empty. So that here the out of see, there will be a very less number alpha particles are scattered back, that is we can say 1 in 8,000 alpha particles are scattered back. So that mean here some particles, alpha particle, it is to be directly hit to the center of the gold foil center, if it is to be scattered to the center, so that here when it is reaches to the center, therefore it is to be scattered back. But other alpha particles are, it is maybe less than 90, we say it is a less than 90, like a theta less than 90 or theta greater than 90, it may be scattered like this, it may be less than 90 or we can say it is a greater than 90. And here in 1 in we can say 1 in 8,000 alpha particle, 1 in 8,000 particles only scattered back. So this is an observation observed by the Rutherford, it is very important. See, these are the observations observed by the Rutherford. That mean here final conclusion, he told like this, here it is to be alpha particles are scattered through the most of the atom is empty, therefore that all alpha particles are propagated through the atom, because it is empty is there. So here only some are only it is to be deflected back, because of what, because of that alpha particles are it is like a positive, and the central portion also located some positive, that is a nucleus, because we know in the nucleus there is a protons are located as well as the neutrons. Of course the nucleus is a positively charged. So when alpha particles scattered, so that I will show you the diagram also, which is very important, scattering of alpha particle. Let us, you take an atom, and in that atom how the alpha particles are propagating, I will show you. Let us, the alpha particle scattering experiment it is. See, most of the atom is empty, the central portion only located as the nucleus. So when alpha particles are propagating like this, look at, some are like this without any deviation, He24 we can call alpha particle. In the same way you take the bottom also, this alpha particle is He24 it is. See, like this the particles are propagating, some here, other one, say look at, maybe it is goes and it is maybe deflected, and other was like, see this, because of when the alpha particle coming to the very close to the nucleus, there may be some effect of nucleus, because alpha are nothing but also positivities, and of course a nucleus also we know it is a positively charged, because the nucleus is contains both protons and neutrons. Around the nucleus electrons are revolving, that is a different issue, Now coming to the next one, let when alpha particle goes and it is deflected like this. See here some are deflected to be like this and some are it is to be deflected like this. And in the same you take here on the in the bottom also it is to be deflected and it is like this, here it is to be like this. See there will be an angle, we can say like it is making an angle, right. So that here this is we can call the distance between the nucleus and this one, perpendicular it is. The velocity vector is perpendicular. The velocity vector is perpendicular, which we can call impact parameter B. Impact parameter is B, we can call, which is the velocity vector is perpendicular. The velocity vector is perpendicular is nothing but we can call as the impact parameter. Now coming to the point is, these all where electrons are, alpha particles are scattered like this. See, because the most of the atom is empty, and here 1 in 8,000, suppose some alpha particles which are close, very close, that means here when reaches to the nucleus, therefore it is to be scattered back in the same direction, that is what it is, with an angle of 180. So when reaches to very close and it is returned back. Because of the influence of the nucleus, that means there is a central portion is located the nucleus. That also same as the charge of nucleus. That means here the nucleus is contains a positively charged. That is nothing but a what we can say proton. See, after that other also conducted the experiment and they told that is protons and etc. That is a different issue. But here the actually is explained about atom model. So that in this atom model that most of the alpha particles scattered and some 1 in 8,000 only it is scattered back because of the influence. See, here you see this we can call as the closest approach R naught, we can say. This is we can call closest approach R naught it is. Very close to the nucleus that alpha particle reaches and it is scattered back. So this also we can call collision. See, this is the collision related to what? It is a indirect collision, because of there is a strong physical interaction is acting between the alpha and the nucleus. So that there will be a collision is takes place and it is collides, then it is returned back. So it is not a physical in contact, because of the strong physical interaction is acting between the nucleus and alpha particle. So that the alpha particles are contains a positively charged, you see, and the nucleus also contains a positively charged. So these are the conclusion given by Rutherford. So there will be a strong physical interaction is acting between the nucleus and alpha particle, right. So that the strong physical interaction, according to that, here we need to write a force, that is force is according to the Coulombic force 4 pi epsilon naught q1 q2 by r square it is. That is nothing but a what? There is a nucleus is a positively charged, so that you say q1 is equal to Ze is the nucleus. Alpha particles is what? It is q2 is equal to 2 electrons, because it contains a electrons are alpha particle is 2 electrons and here nucleus is contains a Ze it is. So that here you write the Coulombic repulsive force 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught, that is Ze into 2 into electrons. So that here r square. This is we can say Coulombic force is acting. So that F is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught 2 Ze square by r square. This is we can call Coulombic force between the nucleus and the alpha particle. So this is explained by a Rutherford atom model, and it is a closest approach we can call R naught, and this is we can call impact parameter. It is for 2 marks, which is very important. Impact parameter is nothing but the perpendicular distance. Remember here the perpendicular distance between, see, initial velocity vector, because there is an initial velocity vector. See, this is the velocity vector which is perpendicular to the propagation, because it is deflected, no? So that the alpha particle from the center of the nucleus, see this, because of the influence of the nucleus it is to be deflected, that we can call impact parameter B. And here it is the size of the nucleus we should know, as well as the size of the atom also we should know. See, size of the nucleus is, see, remember here I will show you size of the nucleus and size of the atom. So this is the nucleus you say, and here it is the nucleus size is equal to, which is equal to, it is a 1 Fermi. Size of the nucleus is nothing but a 1 Fermi. So that 1 Fermi is nothing but a 10 power minus 15 meter it is, size of the nucleus, which is equal to what it is? We can say 1 Fermi it is. And here size of the atom it is. So this is an atom. The size is equal to how much it is? 10 power minus 10 meter. 10 power minus 10, that is equal to 1 angstrom it is. See, size of the atom is more than the size of the nucleus, because the nucleus is it is inside the atom, very small in size. See, the nuclear sizes are measured in Fermis only. So that it is the size of the nucleus which is equal to 10 power minus 15 meter. Therefore, 10 power minus 15 is equal to 10 power minus 15 meter is equal to 1 Fermi. That is what we can call. Is it okay now? This is about a what? Related to the size and Coulombic force, and it is an atom model. Clear? So, this is about impact parameter as well as the closest approach, and this is related to what we can say about these things, right? And coming to the points, see the distance of closest approach. Next slide heading has distance of closest approach. So, this now we need to find this one distance, because the alpha particles are approaching very close and it is turned back. It is turned back because of the influence. Now we need to find this one, which one closest approach, or we can say closest distance. Side heading as closest approach or not. Right. So, thing is closest approach. Side heading is you take as closest approach or closest distance, distance of closest approach. Closest approach. Sir, what is closest approach? Actually, when alpha particles are entering, right, or alpha particles are entering into the atom, according to the Rutherford, most of the atom is empty. It is a final conclusion. All alpha particles are scattering through the atom, and the electrons are located at a different places in the in a given orbits. Now, when alpha particle moving towards a nucleus, therefore, due to the Coulombic repulsive force, the alpha particle energy, the kinetic energy, it is to be converted as to be potential energy because of electrostatic repulsive force. So, when alpha particle is entering, like again I will show you, central portion is nucleus. When alpha is entering, that is He24, therefore with this moving now, that is we can say kinetic energy of an alpha particle we can say. And when reaches to very close, this kinetic energy is to be converted as electrostatic potential energy. This is to be converted as electrostatic potential energy. So that here we know alpha particle, also we know charge of alpha particle, and kinetic energy is equal to, you write as half mv square. But come to the point, kinetic charge of alpha particle, you say 2 electrons, charge of the nucleus, that is Q2 is equal to Ze. Now we know electrostatic potential energy, it is there in the electrostatics, that is the potential and charges. In that it is there, that is we can say 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. We can write as 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 by R naught, because which is close, very close it is, close and it is returned back. So, this distance is we can call R naught, closest approach. That you take as, because the potential energy, it is to be converted as to be, kinetic energy is to be converted as to be what it is, like a potential energy. Now we need to find R naught, no? Better, this is to be converted as to be like kinetic energy is equal to, we can say potential energy, half m v square alpha is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 by, you write as R naught. So we need to get R naught, no? So that from there R naught we can write, see R naught is equal to, what happens here, R naught you take cross multiply, R naught is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 by 1 by 2 m v square alpha we can. Sir, what is Q1 Q2? Yes, of course we know Q1 Q2. R naught is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. Q1 is 2 electrons, Q2 is Ze by 1 by 2 m v square alpha. Here r naught is equal to, we can also write like this, r naught is equal, this will be 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught is nothing but a k. So you write k, it is 2, otherwise this 2 you take up, 4 e square z by m v square alpha. Yes, we can, or else you keep like this only, r naught is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught, this 2 will come up 4 e square z by m v square alpha. This is we can call as the closest approach, very close, which is approaches to the nucleus, so that it is we can call closest approach, right. So next one, impact parameter. Impact parameter side heading. Right. So impact parameter is nothing but a beta, right. So this we can say B. What is impact parameter? Again you take a nucleus, so that's it is moving and returned back, it is turned back like this, and somehow it is to be like this. So this is we can call impact parameter, because in a nucleus which is happening like this. So this which is initial velocity vector is it is to be perpendicular initial velocity vector, perpendicular initial velocity vector. So according to this, there will be an impact parameter is, it is Ze square by cot theta. So the impact parameter is equal to Ze square cot theta by 2 by, actually here we can take a kinetic energy, right. We can say 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into kinetic energy half m v square. So this is we can call as impact parameter. So it is remember, not required any derivation. B is equal to Ze square. So Ze is nothing but a charge of proton and a charge of electron, cot theta by 2 and 4 pi epsilon naught 1 by 2 half mv square. This is we can call impact parameter. In this impact parameter, if I take a theta is 0, therefore impact parameter is minimum. If theta is equal to, if I take a 0, therefore B is minimum we can. If theta is equal to, if I take a 180, B is maximum it is. These are the two related situations. So it is about what we can say related to the impact parameter, right. It is actually all related to Bohr atom, Rutherford atom model, these all clear. So here it is about a atom model, and you go through this and we will see in the continuations are there, that is about a like we have other also. And before that I will also tell you one thing, because electron orbit is there, like if you know atomic structure perfect, then we can do better performance in this chapter, right. We will see in the next class. Thank you very much.